Good morning. I look really tired, wow. It is 10:26. I'm trying to be quiet because my boyfriend's on a call in the other room. But I just kind of slept in this morning and I had a discovery call at 10. So I just finished that, which was really awesome. And she's ready to sign on, which just every time it just makes me so happy because I'm just like, yes, you're one step closer to food freedom. But now I don't have a call until noon. So usually I have group coaching calls on Fridays at noon, but I think I mentioned this. I'm going out of town this weekend. And so it was rescheduled to today at noon. So I have a group coaching call at noon. And then I also have a group coaching call at 8 p.m. tonight. So I have 2 group coaching calls today. But yeah, my schedule's looking pretty good today. I have a call with an old client at 2 who's considering rejoining the program. So we're gonna chat then. And then I have that group coaching call at 8. So in between all of that, I'm gonna try to finish my blog post, and I think my website developer should be finishing my new website where my blog is gonna go today. But for now, I'm gonna go put some makeup on, eat breakfast because I haven't eaten breakfast yet, make some matcha, and then get my day started. This really is the beauty of working from home though, like having a quick phone call with my hair wet. I'm wearing sweatpants and slippers. This is an actual work top, but this is just how I like to start my days sometimes. Not every day has to be perfectly structured. I tried these at Christian's sister's house and oh my gosh, they're so good. So I got 2 boxes of them. I got the blood orange and I got the lemon. Normally I make this with tomato. So this is a pretty sad breakfast sandwich, but that tomato was bad. All right, I'm back at my desk. It is now 11:30, so I have that group coaching call at noon. So I'm just preparing for that. Usually before my group coaching calls, I look at the list of questions that were submitted for the call and prepare for the call. But I've already reviewed all of the questions. So now what am I gonna do? I got 30 minutes. Let's see my to-do list for the week. I'm also starting to realize, like, I don't know when or if I'm gonna have time to film a video this week, film a main channel video. It is really hard to do that when I have basically 2 days this week that I'm not gonna be working. So we'll see. I have 30 minutes, so I think I'm just gonna continue to work on that blog post from yesterday. I basically finished it, but like I need to edit it and make it flow a little bit better. And then basically after this call, I have an hour until my next call. I also made myself a smoothie because that egg sandwich just didn't hit the spot without the tomato. It was literally just like egg. So with the control thing, how does it feel if you were to say, I'm allowed to let go of some control? Even if it's not the most nutritious in certain aspects, that's not all it's about. You know, that could be a reframe. It's not all about the calories and the nutrients in it. It doesn't make it not helpful, and it is something that can be part of my life and satisfaction with food. Okay, just finished up that group coaching call. That was good. It was a small little group today because this is normally a Friday call and we had to change it to Tuesday like I've already mentioned. And so there was only 4 of us on the call, which is just like a small little call where we can all just chat and hang out and encourage each other. I love the group aspect because it's just a community. It really is. So that was a good call. I got my matcha. Got my cat in the window. I got another cat over here. But I have a little bit of time before my phone call. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start working on editing the PowerPoints for my group coaching modules because I basically like broke up the formula on this whiteboard right here. And I need to edit some of the modules that I just want to kind of adjust things on. Just either want to add or like break things up. So right now I have like just really big long modules and I'd rather them be broken up into smaller bite-sized pieces so it's not too overwhelming for people. So I'm currently working on that. I've gotten through one whole module and I'm moving on to the second one. So I'm gonna work on that on my computer while I wait for this phone call. And I basically have a break until 8 p.m. for the group coaching call tonight. But of course I'm gonna fill that time with something. And you would think, you know, I could fill that time with filming, but I don't have the full script done. That's my own fault. And also Christian is here and I don't really like to film when he's here. It is such a big, excuse me. It's such a big commitment to film because there's a lot to set up, there's a lot to say. I haven't totally finished the article. It's just excuses, right? But let me figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna first work on these modules, do that phone call, and then I'll check back in and tell you what I'm planning to work on next. So the guy who was working on my website just messaged me that he finished it, so for me to go check it out. Well, that photo looks good of the homepage. That's what it used to look like. I think this might be the link to the website. Perfect. So basically I had a Wix website and I had already designed this all, and he's trying to change it from Wix to WordPress, but look exactly like I had designed it. So like I've already seen this design before. I'm just making sure it looks like it used to look, if that makes sense. Okay, so I have some notes. So I'm gonna email him back what I think. Okay, send back over those notes. So he should be able to edit those things really simply, but it's cool to see that it's almost done, which means that I can get these blog posts up on that website. I finished that call with that girl, got her onboarded because she's joining in the group. And then I made a TikTok. I have 10,000 followers on TikTok now. Oh my God, that's crazy. Doesn't that mean I can apply for the creator fund? It's not like I get enough views for the creator fund anyway, but now, oh yeah, I'm gonna get back to working on these modules. I really need to just get through at least one more module. So that's what's next. I have a bit of a headache today. I thought it was caffeine, but I don't think it is. I'm not really sure what it is. Anyway, this is like boring. Is it boring to watch? Is it boring to watch my day in the life? Because a lot of it's just computer work. I don't know. You can let me know. This is just reality of virtual private practice, I guess. All right, I'm back. Ooh, that's really hot. Oops. So it's been, you know, many hours. It is 7:56. Oh, my call is about to start. I worked on my modules for a little bit, but that was really boring. I just kind of sat here and trucked away at that. And then I just went on my couch and sat down and was on TikTok for a while. I just started making those TikTok videos again, you know, within these vlogs, and I'm kind of getting sucked back in, and I need to set some boundaries with that. And I was also replying to comments on my videos, so follow me on TikTok at Binge Nutritionist. I used to have the at binge.nutritionist login, which matches my Instagram, but I can't remember the login to that account, and I've literally tried everything to get in that account. I've contacted TikTok, I've tried every single email I have, every single account I have, every single password I've ever had in my entire life, and I literally can't get into that account. So it sits there with a few old videos on there, and I don't know how to take it down. So now I have Binge Nutritionist on TikTok. But okay, I'm about to start this group coaching call. This is a new group that I've started, so we'll kind of see how long this goes. It's supposed to go from 8 to 9, but it's a smaller group, so there's not as many people in it. So we'll see how that goes. There's some new people, there's some old people, so it should be fun. I really like having a mix because the people who have been in the program longer can kind of also help give some guidance as well to people who are brand new. This is my setup. My desk is a little bit cluttered right now. I got my tea, got this set up, got this, and I also have the questions pulled up right here. So those are the questions that I will answer. There's only 3 submitted, but hopefully we can get some conversations sparked and started. Should be fun. Cheers. Diet culture sucks. Perfect. Sounds good. That's a great place to start. So the reason why I call these a mastermind is because although we are going to do the Q&A aspect, I want to open the floor to anything that anyone wants to bring up. If you've seen something, you know, diet culture-y in the media this week that you just want to vent about, the floor is open. This is your place for us all to come together, you know, and be anti-diet warriors together and chat about these things.
Wish I could go back to right before you told me I'd try to change it all.
All right, just finished up that call and it went the whole hour. That was honestly such a great first call. It was a talkative bunch. Everyone was really sweet, answered the questions. So that's the end of my night.
We've been on and off again and again. I don't know which way we're going, no control. You push me, then you pull me back in. Don't know if I can decipher how your mind works. Yeah, you leave me wondering what it's like to feel your skin. I will keep on trying till you give me a sign. Give me a sign. Oh, give me a sign. Baby, give me a sign. Just give me one more.
Good morning, happy Wednesday. Wednesdays I have a little bit more going on. I feel like Wednesdays are my busier day. Hold on, let me shut this. Yeah, so like I have a little bit more like standing appointments on Wednesday and even Thursday. So let's take a look at what I have going on today. So at 11 a.m. I have a one-to-one, which is in about 30 minutes. At 12 p.m. I have a group program that I'm actually a part of for my ADHD. So it's like an ADHD like accountability support group. And then at 4 p.m. I have another one-to-one, and then at 8 p.m. I have my Binge Freedom Breakthrough group coaching call. So it doesn't sound like a lot, but I don't normally have a lot of like standing appointments, but obviously I have a lot of stuff to do. So it's about to be 11 a.m. right now, so I think I'm just going to kind of get on my computer and check out some admin stuff that I might need to do, maybe check on the website, maybe edit that blog post 5 times, but I also need to prepare for my client by like checking out our notes from last week and what we talked about. We'll see. Let's just open the computer and see what happens this morning. I wish I didn't have that window right there. I wish it was on the other side, but I don't want to flip my whole office around.
Be a little risky and go for it, cause I want you close. I'm so exposed when you're keeping me wondering. You know I'd do anything.
All right, getting on my one-to-one client meeting.
So give me a sign.
Okay, time to be professional. Just finished up that client a little late. So my sessions are generally 30 to 45 minutes, but sometimes I'll stay late. So that was a whole hour, which is fine. But now I have this group for myself, my ADHD group. Even coaches need coaches. And so I am gonna hop on that because I'm 5 minutes late.
So we are going to be...
All right, finished my own ADHD group. So essentially, I do want to tell you guys a bit about it. So essentially, obviously, I have ADHD. I was working one-to-one with this coach for a while, and then I joined her group program. And then basically, once you finish all that, if you want to continue to maintain momentum, she has a group called Maintaining Momentum, where you meet weekly in this group setting just for everyone to touch base, check in, what do they need coaching on, what do they need accountability for. And essentially this week I realized that it would be helpful for me to have a VA. I do a lot of the admin work on my own. You know, on Monday I was talking about I was doing like some financial stuff, I was doing some client onboarding, I was doing some Excel sheet stuff, I was doing some back-end work, and I would love to be able to focus more on the creative and, you know, the brand of, you know, doing blogs and YouTube videos. You know, Monday I could have done that if I didn't have that admin work to do. And so I think I need to start outsourcing that stuff to like a virtual assistant. I just messaged the girl who does my content for me. I have an assistant who does my content for me. I send her ideas and then she actually creates it for me. Yeah, I think that might be my next step for my business, which was on my to-do list this year in my business, was to get an assistant. Okay, I don't remember the last thing that I said on the vlog, but what is the last thing I said on the vlog? But I did a couple things on my computer, and now I'm taking this brand photo for Pranamat. I seriously love this thing. It's so fun to just like lay on in the middle of the day. So I have to take a brand photo for that. So I got my camera set up. I'm trying to take it this way with like my plant and that bookcase in the background because I think it'll look nice. We're gonna do this and Winnie's gonna join me. There she is. I sat down way too hard on it. Oh, I forget how you're not supposed to sit on it super hard. Oh my gosh. This. And then I'm holding this one. Oh wait, I need to turn the timer on.
Taking a Snapchat.
Why?
It's the current situation, the current state of affairs is pretty well.
Look at all 3 of my kids hanging out together. You guys all gonna use the Pranamat? Oh, some of these are so cute. Oh my god, these with them in it are honestly so cute. Look at Milo full on stealing the show with his blue eyes. Oh my gosh, that's such a good one. Okay, I think I got the shot. That was actually pretty fun. So I'm gonna go edit that now and send it off to the brand because I really should have sent it to them already, but we didn't really come up with a timeline or anything. Okay, so the first thing that I do, honestly, with all of my content, even though I just said I have someone make my content for me, I do edit my photos before I send them to the girl to create the content. And I also have like templates in Canva that she uses. So it's all based on my design. She just takes my ideas and turns it into my design. So what I normally do is I take these photos, put them in Lightroom, and I have a Lightroom preset. Maybe one day I'll like share that. And then I'll import it into Canva and then edit it like my style with like the side-by-side type photos and text on it if I want and things like that. but usually Caitlin, my assistant, does that. So I think I'm totally gonna do one with Milo and Winnie in it because these are so stinking cute. Yeah, so here, I'll show you how I edit them. I'm probably gonna edit a few of them, okay? Okay, so let me pick out the ones that I like. So that one I like that doesn't have any of the kiddos in it. Nope, not that one, that one. Okay, I think those are the two that I like. So I make them my favorites and then I go into Lightroom. That was a photo I recently took. Okay, import, go to the photo in my Lightroom app, presets, and then binge nutritionist. There's binge nutritionist and then binge nutritionist slider. I think the regular binge nutritionist works, and then I go into like the colors and stuff and I just adjust it. Perfect. I'm gonna write this caption now and send off this brand email, and oh gosh, it's 4:23, goodness. I have a one-to-one client at 4 o'clock, so gotta get ready for that. All right, I got that email sent off and it is 3:57, so hopping on this client call, and now this is only her 3rd session with me, so this is more of a new client that I have. I like having a couple one-to-one calls throughout the week. Primarily, I work with the group coaching setting, but I do have limited one-to-one spots. It's fun. There you go. Hi, how are you? Doing well. Because last week we were talking about how you had a binge, maybe more than one binge on the ice cream, and you're like, what do I do? And isn't it crazy how just the permission to have it can really change our perspective and change that desire to have it, because now we're back in control. Let's acknowledge what's going on here, kind of sit in the suck of it. You know, it's okay to acknowledge, I'm feeling emotional, I'm feeling anxious, this sucks and I don't like how it's feeling. Like sometimes we just need to say, this sucks.
It hurts to realize we're parted. Yeah, look at us now. This is who we are. And I just know things will never be
all right,
the same.
just finished up with that one-to-one client. That was a great session. She had a really good week, and a lot of the things that we worked on last week, she applied and was feeling good about, which always makes me really happy, obviously. If someone's not having a good week, that doesn't mean that it's a bad session or that it's a bad week. It just means we have some other things to work on, and that could even still be a good week, because by working through the bumps in the road, we're learning and growing. So it's almost always a good week. But yeah, I mean, this client had never been able to not binge on ice cream. And last week I gave her permission to eat ice cream every single day. And she ended up not even wanting the ice cream, which doesn't always happen with clients. We usually work through the habituation of it and feeling normal around it. And she was like, honestly, I went to go get it and I didn't even want it. So something about the permission just allowed her to finally get back that ability to choose whether or not that was something she even wanted. And so I think that's just really awesome. A lot of it is just having these mental switches to not keep ourselves restricted from these things that we binge on so much. But you know, it's really complicated and individualized, so you know, don't take this advice as rote for everybody. It's not something that can be generalized, but you know, giving ourselves permission, you wouldn't think it has as much power as it does. It is now 4:30, and so I think I'm actually gonna start editing the vlogs from the past 2 days, because I don't have another call until 8, and I just kind of want to do something chill. Editing a YouTube video is fun to me and chill, and then make dinner before my group call at 8 tonight, and go from there. And then tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow's basically my Friday, because I have a half day therapy at 2 o'clock, and then we are going out of town for my sister's weekend. My sister's birthday. Tomorrow's her birthday. I almost didn't vlog this, and most of my friends wouldn't believe that I actually cook now. In college, my friends would often just cook, and I did not. I just ate the food. But tonight, I am making this like garlic pressed tofu. Not garlic pressed tofu, oh my gosh, garlic ginger tofu stuff. It should be pretty good. I just like pressed my tofu here. I'm gonna chop it and then put it in a bag with the sauce. Cook the sauce. I just microwaved some veggies that I'm gonna end up stir frying. Should be pretty good. I got some rice in the rice cooker. I have my air fryer preheating. I'm not air frying it, I'm baking it, but my air fryer is like a convection oven also. myself pouring the veggies into the pan, and that's like the best part. But anyways, I poured my steamed veggies into the pan with some of the sauce, and then saved like a little bit of the sauce as well to put on top if you want, like on top of the rice with the tofu. But these veggies look done and delicious. Oh my goodness.
I've openly shared this with you guys, struggled with overeating a lot, especially in the term lately I had events and circumstances of binge eating. And so for me, that's huge because it kind of gives me direction on where to move, where to look, where to work, moving forward. And kind of work to almost, like.
Alrighty, my group coaching call's here in a minute, but I always make myself tea for the call. Trying to get a mug that I like out. Yeah, I always make myself a cup of tea for the call just to sip on. Tonight, I'm gonna make myself this chamomile, vanilla, and manuka honey by, I guess it's called like Puka. This has been my go-to for my evening calls because then by the end of the call, I'm nice and calm and ready for bed. I always add honey to it as well. It's kind of nice making this honey for my calls. It's like my little ritual. I don't know, and sometimes I'll have these like diet mugs. Like I think yesterday I had like anti-diet, not anti-health. I also have one that says diet culture sucks. I have this one that says it's time to turn up the beat. So lots of dietetic related ones. Even this one's dietetic related, but it's the Piedmont Dietetic Association. So yeah, I'm excited for tonight's call. I always love the group calls. I love all of my calls because it really is my passion. Okay, I'm not gonna get all sentimental and in the feels, but I love it. Okay, time to get on the call. All right, we have 7 questions pre-submitted, and then of course people ask questions and start conversations during the call. So that's a good place to start. Let's just review these really quickly. I also love because they let me know what they've been working on. So let's read a couple of these. Someone's working on food journaling and reflecting on my hunger fullness. Awesome. Not forcing myself to eat vegetables that I strongly dislike. Love that. Eating 3 meals a day, trying to incorporate some snacks too, and challenging the food police voice. Perfect. Working on reframing my thoughts around dessert. I was able to eat ice cream yesterday and not feel guilty. Also trying to pay attention to hunger cues and eat when I notice them instead of ignoring them. Absolutely. Love reading all of these things that people are working on. Okay, we got 1 minute till the call starts, so let me just go ahead and get that up. And time lapse start now. So I would ask you, do you feel like we only eat because we need to? We eat because we like to, we want to, things taste good. But definitely give yourself that grace that you don't always have to only eat when you're hungry.